Television sign-off refers to the practice of broadcasters formally ending their broadcast day or schedule, typically at night. This practice has evolved over time, and here is a detailed timeline highlighting significant milestones and changes in television sign-off practices. Early days of television, 1920s, 1940s. 1927, the first experimental television broadcasts began in the United States. 1936, the BBC becomes the first television service to officially sign off, ending broadcasts at midnight. 1940s, in the U.S., many stations sign off after late-night programming, often with the test pattern and the national anthem. The golden age of television, 1950s, 1960s. 1950s, sign-offs become common, with many stations airing a test pattern, the Star-Spangled Banner, or other patriotic music before ending their broadcasts. 1960s, many local and national networks establish regular sign-off times, often around midnight or 1 a.m., leading to the tradition of the nightly sign-off routine. Technological changes and 24-hour broadcasting, 1970s, 1980s. 1970s, the introduction of cable television begins to change broadcasting practices, as many cable channels operate 24 hours a day, reducing the need for traditional sign-offs. 1980s, with the expansion of cable and satellite TV, many local stations begin to adopt longer broadcast hours, and sign-offs become less common. Decline of sign-offs, 1990s, 2000s. 1990s, the trend toward 24-hour broadcasting continues, with many major networks airing programming continuously, eliminating traditional sign-offs. 2000s, most broadcasters have moved round-the-clock programming, and sign-offs become rare, primarily seen in smaller or local stations. Modern era, 2010s, present 2010s, sign-offs are now mostly a relic of the past, but some niche channels and local stations might still observe this practice. 2020s, the rise of streaming services and online content further diminishes the relevance of sign-offs, as viewers have access to programming at all hours. Notable practices and features of sign-offs. Test patterns, often used during sign-offs. Test patterns, such as the Indian head test pattern, became iconic in broadcasting. National anthem, many stations would play the national anthem as part of their sign-off, symbolizing the end of the broadcast day. Static or snow, after sign-off, the screen would often display static or snow until broadcasts resumed the next day. Conclusion. The practice of television sign-off has largely faded with the advent of 24-hour broadcasting and streaming services. While some local channels and specific programming may still observe sign-off rituals, they are now more of a nostalgic reference to an earlier era of television. For many,